Okay, this video is about average rate of change of a function, and all sorts of functions exist that are linear and nonlinear. Most functions are nonlinear actually, but if we want to approximate a function that is not linear as a linear function, all we have to do is find the average rate of change between 2 points, and we can do that just by finding the function value at one point and the function value at another point and having a constant rate of change. So that's called the average rate of change. So the way that you do that is you take the difference in the y values. So this is, we'll call this we'll call it point B, we'll call this point A. So you take the y value at point B and you subtract it from the y value at point A. So that would be the change in the y values, or this distance, the vertical distance. So that value minus that value. And over the change in the x value. So this is yb minus ya, and this is xb minus xa. Okay, so that's called the average rate of change of a function. Here I just want to show you a little bit more in-depth example of some old function. This is a crazy function called the sine function. We won't use it until we get into algebra 2, but that's not important. But what you do is, if you evaluate the function at this point and at this point, and then you just draw a line between them, you can have an average rate of change, which is linear. And that's just the change in the y value over the change in the x value would be the slope of this line, which is, in this case, 0.52. And just to prove it to you, I will make a new variable. Let's call it j, j, and it will be equal to the y value of point B, minus the y value, so I put y of B minus y of A, and the parentheses around it, so I can divide by it. Divided by, I put this in parentheses, x of B, minus x of A. So that would be the change in the y values or the change in x values for those two different points. And it gives me the value of j, which is also 0.52. So you can see that right there. So that's what it is. The average rate of change between 2 points is the change in the function values over the change in the input